Hello, everybody. I'm using new software, so hopefully you can see me. I can't see you, so I'm working on that right now. There we go, I think. Am I here? Oh my gosh, new software problems. Okay, I can see you on my phone, so now I just have to figure out where to click in the software to see the chat. Man, I didn't think getting new software would be so complicated, yet here it is. Let's see if I can figure this out. How's everybody doing? Happy Monday. Thank you. I can see I'm working on how to get the chat on my computer, but I can see you guys on my phone. So let's see. Hi Joyce. Hi Dawn. Hi Judy. Hi Linda. Linda's getting coffee. Yum. I thought about getting a coffee, but I have a hard time going to sleep. If I'm having coffee after 3 p.m. these days. Hi Twyla and Judy. I think I said Judy already. And Julie. Oh, thank you. I got the keyboard, and Dawn, I got the keyboard off of Amazon. Good old Amazon. You can get everything you need. My laptop is about, I think we just looked it up. It's 8 years old, and the keyboard stopped working. This has been very good to me, this laptop, but it's slowly dying. So I just went on Amazon and found a cheap keyboard and mouse to use. It has a little matching mouse. All right, let's see. I'm still having technical difficulties here. This laptop. Oop. But it's okay. Cool. There we go. Hi, Krista. Hey, everybody. I'm trying to I really thought I had this all figured out the other day, and then I scheduled this live, and for some reason I cannot. There it is. I figured it out. Hallelujah. I see the chat now. Thank you, everybody, for bearing with me during my technical difficulties. Hi, Krista. I can't remember if I said hello in my Quilt studio. Hi, Melinda. How's it going? So, I am taking a break from the never-ending half square triangles that we've been doing, and I'm going to do a little FPP. And I figured I will show you a little sneak peek. I don't know sometimes if like those who watch videos also watch lives, but like my last video was on a random quilt block, and I'm working on my next one, and I'm going to FPP these pieces, and I figured I'd give you a sneak peek of what the block looks like. Hi, Erin. How's it going? Erin from Hexen House and Melinda from Hampton Quilt Studio, and I all took a pattern writing course together. So it's fun to see them here. They're just as quilt obsessed as I am, but they're not crazy enough to do YouTube yet. I might recruit them in. So what's going on with all of you out there? Is everybody having a good Monday? We had really nice weather here. My kids had soccer practice, but there was so many bugs outside. I've never experienced anything like it. It wasn't mosquitoes, but they were like swarms of bugs, and they were like getting in your hair and your eyes and your ears. And eventually we had to leave. And my husband even sat in the car and watched my son's soccer practice from the car because he couldn't stand it. And my husband can tolerate just about anything. So here's 81. Where are you again, Krista? Are you in Pennsylvania? Why do I have Pennsylvania? Are you another Pennsylvanian? I have trouble with geography and my memory. You guys know that by now. So look at this sucker that I did the other day. How neat is that? Oh, Arkansas. I was way off base. Oh, hi, Martha. Driving and listening. Did you get out of work early? I feel like normally you're driving at 9 p.m. and now it's 8 p.m. So I hope you did get out of work early. 66 degrees and sunny in SoCal. It might be warmer here in New York than it is in Southern California. Yeah, I don't know if it, like black flies here, when I say it's like black fly season, those are like they're little bugs and they bite you and they just eat you up. These bugs were not eating us up. I don't know what they were. They're just annoying. They weren't biting you, thank God. So yes, this is my next random quilt block video that I'm working on. And these I made with templates. These pieces I just cut out. I'm spoiling it for you, but I know that you'll watch my video because you guys are the best. And so this I just cut out and sewed. But then trying to figure out how to do this part, there was no way I was doing that traditionally pieced. So made myself little FPP templates. And it came together pretty good. I do waste fabric because I'm still a beginner. I would consider myself a beginner foundation paper piecer. And man, I still need a piece that's too big, or else I have gaps. So I don't know about any of you, but I use glue, if I can get the glue stick open, for my first piece to keep it in place so that I don't have to stress about it. And then there we go. I probably could put that closer to the edge, but my little brain just doesn't work that way. Maybe I'll try. No, I'm just going to leave it. Just going to be wasteful. Just going to be wasteful. Anybody got any exciting projects happening in your life? Erin was talking today. I won't spoil it too much, but she was talking about making a pattern that had a lot of half square triangles. I told her I've met my half square triangle quota for the year. But if it comes out later this year, maybe I'll feel rejuvenated to try again. Thanks, Erin. Well, it's so funny is last week I was trying to do it and I couldn't figure it out. And then the software I was using wanted to charge me like $100 a month or something obscene. And I was like, absolutely not. So now I'm doing this learning curve of a new software, but it'll be worth it in the end. Because I've also figured out I can record my YouTube videos this way too. Like have this overhead shot and then I can be in it or not. But that's nice too. It's a nice shot. And I can see it and it's easier for me. Hi Mona, how are you feeling? I hope you're doing, I saw a post today that you weren't going live, but you were feeling a bit better. I hope that you're feeling even more better now. Do you just, I think I saw somebody somewhere said you might have the flu or maybe, or whatever, but man, I hope you're feeling better. That's knocked you out, whatever it is, right? Thanks, Erin. The technology is like a side hobby to the main hobby, you know? We all have our side hobbies. My hobby has hobbies. Who knew that starting quilting, this is where it would lead me someday. I don't think I'm your tech inspiration. I'm not sure I should be anybody's tech inspiration, but we're trying. I do need to get a new laptop, and that's kind of stressing me out. The actual hardest part, and hopefully you guys will have to tell me if the sewing machine's too loud. The hardest part of this software was the sewing machine was so loud. And I had to figure out how to use like filters. Oh my God, it's very confusing. Thank goodness for Reddit. That's all I'll say. I feel like if you have a question, somebody on Reddit can solve it for you. Ugh, that's a bummer. I'm sorry to hear that, Mona. Hopefully you're on the mend. I've had what I think is maybe a sinus infection for like, I don't know if you can still hear it. I should have gone to the doctor, but I'm stubborn. Thanks, Mona. I've been experimenting with it. It was great until I started my live and then couldn't find the chat. That was a little stressful for me, but ooh, I'm not set up for this yet. We're going to be curious. Here's, I'll give you a sneak peek of how I'm hoping this block will look, but we'll see. We'll see what actually happens because this is a little complex. So the idea is to take one of these purple ones, sew it to one of the white ones, right? You get this part. And then foundation paper piece one of these and put it around the outside. And then hopefully somehow piece 4 of them into this. I made these templates in like about 10 minutes, so we will see how accurate I did. Yeah, I am getting pretty good at making curvy templates though. Hi, Donnell. It's going. I had a long work day, took the kids to soccer, and now it's finally sew time. I'm excited. How are things going with you? So that's the goal. We'll see how this looks when it's all done. It looks really cool too when I mocked it up, because if you can imagine this, when you have these in the corners, this will make a circle, right? So you'd have a solid purple circle and then a solid, like a bullseye kind of, you know, they kind of meet up. So pretty neat, pretty neat. We'll see if I can make it happen. I do have one little pleat in here. Can you see it? Kinda, barely. But I think you all know me well enough that pleat's staying. It's not big enough to fix. Good enough. All right, let's get my cutting board over here. I just got the kids in bed about 10 minutes before I came downstairs, so did not get organized. Going good. Just got into my sewing space and might get 20 minutes to sew before dinner. Ah, but you're right. Your husband and son make your dinner, if I recall correctly. Thanks, Donnell. You got my back. Christina says, we also just got home from a granddaughter's soccer game and had a leftover dinner. Nice. We do sandwiches on soccer night, and my daughter is newly obsessed. Hold on. Let me just make sure this is right. Yes. My daughter is newly obsessed with grilled cheese, so that's easy. And then my son does meatball subs, so I just do like frozen meatballs. It goes together really quick. Here's a fun thing I tried today, though. We didn't have any butter, and I had seen like a long time ago that you can use mayonnaise on the outside of a grilled cheese to make a grilled cheese. And so I did that. I didn't try it, but it looked really good. Hey, Jess, how's it going? Are you guys live tonight, Jess? I always fall, even though sometimes I never say I'm there. I'm usually always there, but I'm usually just like falling asleep. You guys are very soothing to fall asleep to. Like very paranoid. I actually have a Quilt Guild block that I need to do. And it's foundation paper piece. And I was like, oh, I'm going to do that on my live tonight. I'm like, you know what? If I'm going to mess anything up, I'm going to mess my own up. I'm not going to mess up the Quilt Guild meeting because they gave me all the fabric for that too. So I don't want to mess that up. That I'll have to do by myself. They are standing at the grill right as we speak, grilling smash burgers and fully loaded baked potatoes. Dang. That sounds good. I'm on my way. Christina says, I despise mayo, but it's yummy as the fried. Yeah, it came out, it looked really good. So, my daughter claims she could taste the difference, though. I mean, I don't doubt her because it was different, but it's like, man, you just can't. It's kids. They know it all. Oh, here's a question for everybody. Do you use wool Mona, thanks for lurking. I hope you feel better. I hope you feel better. If you all use a wool pressing mat, you know, just your plain Jane one, do you put anything underneath it? I was using it the other day and I was noticing it was getting like moisture underneath it. Should I be putting something under my wool ironing mats? What are we using? Brenda says, sorry I'm late. Just got home from getting my hair done. Also needed to make popcorn. Oh yeah, and she's got election results coming soon. Big election off in Canada. It's your prime minister, right? We talk about this all the time, but hi Laura, how are you doing? How are you feeling? Have you been sewing? I feel like I've seen you in chats, but I haven't gotten a chance to ask you how you're doing. Did I just do that wrong? No, I didn't. I trimmed wrong, but I didn't sew wrong. That's okay. Did I? No, I'm fine. You're fine. Keep going. The directions on wool mats say to not use steam, but I do anyway. I don't use steam, though. I'm a weirdo. I never put water in my irons. Like sometimes I have a bottle of Best Press that I'll use sometimes. I probably should use some steam sometimes, probably help. But I don't, and I still get, I'm like, what? Where is this moisture coming from? It's so confusing. But I don't really have any, I'm like right next to me that you can't see. I have my wool mat sitting on a coffee table tray, you know, one of those folding table trays that's like 20 years old. So I really don't care at all. And then the other main table I have in my sewing room, we got off marketplace for, you know, not that much money. And, you know, obviously I don't want to ruin it, but it's not in pristine condition. So I'm not stressing about, you know, a little bit of moisture, but it was odd. It was very odd to see. I only really cared because when I was going live over the weekend to test my equipment, I was ironing right here, and I wasn't sure if it would affect the sewing table. My sewing machine is my prized possession. That's the only thing I care about. Getting ruined. Oh, did I get stuck in the chat? Okay. Sorry, I don't think I scrolled down. Oh. I've never FPP'd. I'm watching you like, what? Oh my God. I'm going to send you guys the video. I need to pin the video that helped me understand FPP because it's so amazing and it's such a fun tool to have in your toolbox. I watched so many videos and I finally got it. Hi, Joyce JK. Hey, Tasha and everyone. A little late to get my dog to come in. You know what, Joyce? I don't blame him. It's nice out there. I don't want to come in either. Oh, Jess doesn't put water in her iron. Melinda doesn't put water in her iron. Yeah, I like Mary Ellen's Best Press. I have not tried Flatter, which I do want to try. That Melinda referenced, but I love the Best Press. I used to get a coupon and buy it at Joann's on sale. I guess that ship has sailed, but oh, that's interesting, Brenda. I was just saying that I got steam on my underneath my machine, even though I don't use steam. I don't know. Oh wait, what is Laura says I haven't been sewing much recently. We decided to move my sewing room to the basement where I'll have more space. Then we go water in the oh no, got water in the basement. Bummer. Ugh. Hi Dawn. Sorry I didn't see you sneak in. Okay, a lot of people don't put water in their irons. Okay. Yes, I'm going to find that video. I'll put it in the link of the description just in case anybody's watching on the replay. And then I will send it to you, Melinda, and I will send it to you, Erin. Because, I don't know, I watched quite a few videos, and that's the one that, like, all of a sudden it just clicked. You have to keep trying. I hated it when I first started doing it. But, like, can you imagine trying to create this quilt block without it? Like, where did the... Like, how would you do that? I mean, I guess you could cut out. It just doesn't seem like fun to me. Dawn, it is an expensive repair, but still less than what I've paid for my machine, so we'll pay for the fit. Oh, unfortunately. Oh, fortunately, you hadn't moved any of your machines downstairs. That's such a bummer. Ugh. Brenda says I started using flatter. I was using best press. I too get steamy, but just flip my mat. Okay. Do you like flatter better than best pressed, or is it like, you know, one or the other's fine? Ooh, Krista says, I got to figure out, I can't bring the comments up on the screen. I'm going to have to figure out how to do that. But Erin says, I love that new quilt with the, I can never say this word, phantasm I'm saying it wrong, fabric. It's a Libs Elliott fabric, which is amazing. And Erin's pattern is amazing. So if you guys are on Instagram, Erin is Hexen House and Melinda is Hampton Quilt Studio, both on Instagram. They mostly post their quilts and stuff over there. But they have different styles, for sure, from each other and from me. So they're fun to follow. Oh, Melinda says sometimes my best press leaves marks on my fabric. Am I the only one? I've never had a mark. Yes. Oh, Melinda says, I know. I just need to do it after I get past this crazy pattern collection release. She's releasing quite a few patterns. Another shout out to go follow. I don't know if you guys remember. What was it, Melinda? I shared the video and I had you guys all go, like say, oh, you should go look at our Instagram. You like literally fell in one of your reels and I watched it and I was laughing. And Brenda, you probably remember. I think you went over for sure and saw it. It was so funny. But that's who posted the funny reel of falling down. The behind the scenes was Melinda at Hampton Quilt Studio. Oh, Laura says I have a couple different irons, but only use water in one of them. That's a good idea. Joy says I put water in my Rowenta. Never heard of that, which I've had for years, but I haven't put any in my Panasonic. I haven't put any in my new Panasonic either. Brenda says she hasn't noticed a difference, just more economical to buy the best press in the gallon jug. Yep. Oh, Laura says, Tasha, you might want to try Tyrial Magic. I use that. Look at, after all this time, I finally put a notebook down here. But the trick is, I have to remember to go back to the notebook to look at all the cool things you guys tell me about. Tyrial Magic. Yes, photography. Yes, you fell while running. Oh, I thought that was so funny. Oh, interesting. Brenda's saying maybe your iron is too hot and she only uses on the back. My middle name is Melinda, so you saying it is funny. I'm not in trouble and I'm not getting double named. Dawn Melinda? Don't make me. Am I your boss? Are you doing laundry? Is your boss coming? Oh, Jess is asking where Laura gets the Tyrial. I'm sure I'm butchering that. Laura just replaced her 33-year-old Rowenta. Man, what? I need to look into that too. Hi, Gladys. Hi, Andy. I'm writing that one down too. I'm writing it down. I always said I was going to get a notebook, and I really did get one. Okay. Where's my next? Ooh, I cut that close. That's okay. We live on the edge around here. Laura says my local quilt shop has it, but I've seen it on Amazon. I get 20% off Notions. Oh, at my local quilt shop because I purchased my AccuQuilt there. That's a nice little program they have. That's a really nice program. I wish the quilt shop that I bought my new sewing machine did that, because I would buy like some of the Janome accessories there. But it's a bit of a drive for me, and I'm not going to pay full price when I can get it delivered to my house for full price. Dawn is at the laundry folding husband's seasonal jackets. Is everybody putting their winter clothes away? Or is it their hunting clothes? I'm like somehow doing this wonky, but that's okay. Why do I feel like I got off track somehow? White, purple, white, purple, white. Oh, dang it. I was supposed to sew between lines 4 and 5, and I sewed between lines 5 and 6. How do I fix this? I know I can tape it back together after I seam rip it. Do I seam rip it now or just start the next one and deal with this later? Might try seam ripping it. Joy says her Rowinta's, or however, I don't even want to say it, is 25 years old, and the only thing wrong with it is that the automatic shutoff doesn't work. I literally just bought a new iron because I needed an automatic shutoff. This is the thing that makes me so mad about foundation paper piecing. God, you have to put your stitch length down, and then when you got to pick it out because you screw up, man, it sucks. Man, it sucks. It's so validating for you to, you're in the right place around here. We make a lot of mistakes. I thought I was almost finished with these twisted log cabin blocks. We need to cut strips for the last 14. I was going to sit and lurk, but you made me feel guilty. Oh, don't feel guilty. Lurk. Oh, or do you mean you felt guilty because you weren't cutting and then you got up to cut? I don't mind guilting you into sewing. Unpick and yeah, I'm gonna unpick. Oh, hi, Andrea. You're welcome. It took me a little bit of time, but I found the answer on Reddit on how to figure it all out. So I'm glad I got it sorted out. I know how to do it now. I had never done it with this software, so I'm ready for the closed captions now. I'm sorry I didn't have them on this weekend. Rip now. Pick in between the fabric so the blade doesn't touch the paper. Okay. Oh, okay. Andy? Would you look at that? Man, that is smart. That is smart. Actually, before I continue to rip then, I am going to put a little bit of tape. So, Erin, the reason why you put your stitch length down when you're doing foundation paper piecing is because at the end of this, you're going to want to rip the papers out, and the perforations, it's obviously more perforated if the stitch length is smaller, so it's easier to take the paper out without like ripping any stitches out. At least that's what the YouTubes have told me. Wow, Andy. I could kiss ya. See, it pays to make mistakes on live. That is fantastic. I know I'm very slow seam ripper, but you know what? I am who I am. Slow and steady gets the job done. Probably everybody knows to do this, and I never knew this trick. Wish I knew this when I was seam ripping my skull over. But now I know. I can hear the paper ripping, so I'm glad I taped it. It's not ripping a lot, but I can just hear it. My stitch length might actually be a little too. Oh, wow. Look at that. Look at that. That makes me happy. Thank you, Andy. Just making sure I didn't miss anybody. I'm sorry if I missed you. Has anyone seen the New York Beauty that Dee with Dee's Saturday sampler on the Quilt Show is doing? It's a free. I have not. Well, I've seen somebody told me about a New York Beauty. Is it the same? It might be the same. So I have seen the New York Beauty, but I wasn't sure who did it. Does anyone know of a good Kindle or phone app to mock out quilt blocks? I'm trying to see what multiple blocks look like. I don't have a computer and I can only download so much on my work laptop. I don't know of any quilt block apps. Does anybody know of any for Dawn? Hi, William. How's it going? Are you guys, I asked just earlier, but I don't know if I saw it. Are you guys live tonight? I was telling her I'm usually watching even if I don't say anything. I just falling asleep to your guys' chatter every night. Oh, and hi, Sean. Oh, Sean's saying he uses Google Docs. Not a bad idea. You can draw things out. Oh, yeah, pre-quilt. I knew there was one other one. Try to find pre-quilt and see if that will work for you. Okay, good. You guys are live tonight. All right, I'll be there even if you don't see me. All right, let's try to sew on the proper line this time, shall we? Although I am super glad I made that mistake because that was a pro tip that I needed in my life. All right, trimming the right way now. Good night, Mona. Feel better. All right. 4 to 5. Let's try it and see how we do this time. Let's see. Is the sewing machine really loud or is it okay? Looks good. I think we got it that time. Oh, that's okay, Brenda. God knows. You probably did tell me. You know how it is. It takes like 4 times for anything to sink into my brain. Oh, good. Thank you, Melinda. Perfect, Brenda. All right, cool. I had to like really mess around with that. That was stressing me out. I know, it's so weird. I never get stressed about anything, do I? Everything. Have you ever seen that meme that's like, how the audacity I have to say no worries when I am full of worries? And that cracks me up, and I share it every time I see it because I say no worries all the time. And I am, in fact, the most anxious, worried person you've ever met in your life. or pretty close. There's probably somebody out there who's more anxious than me, but we probably give each other a run for our money. I love this ruler. So I love it for two things. One, oh good, and you can kind of see it. Let's see. It has a little handle, of course. It has these little sticky things on the bottom, so it stays in place. And it has a little 1/4 inch line mark here. I just love this thing. So I love this for foundation paper piecing, and I like this for the dreaded half square triangles where you draw the lines. Whoop, whoop. I love it. Big fan. This is by, oh my God, Fallon at So Be It Quilts. Fallon at So Be It Quilts. And it's their foundation paper piecing ruler. And I think I got the 12-inch one. Yes, I did. So, okay, so for my front camera, don't tell my boss. She has this YouTube. She could watch it. Somebody could watch it. She doesn't care. Like years ago, they gave us webcams that I could never get to work right on my work laptop. Like this thing, but this is basically a little crappy low-G webcam that you would buy to do Zoom at work. And the one above me is my Sony. God, I can never remember what it is. It's like a ZV-E1 or something like that. I can send you that too if you remind me. I love this camera. This camera was recommended to me by Chris at So the Distance, and I believe Fallon uses them too. So figured if it was good enough for them, it was good enough for me. No worries is a staple in my speech too. Laura says I could probably give you a run for your money when it comes to anxiety. We better not be worrying together then. Anyone else break out into Hakuna Matata when Tasha said no worries? Maybe that's where it all started for me. Maybe that is the origin, my origin story of no worries. That's hilarious. Man, that just really made my night. Seam ripping between the fabric. I can't even believe it. There we go. It's coming along. When I made these templates, I forgot to number them. So then I numbered them, even though it's pretty simple, but I like my numbers. I'm an accountant. We like our numbers. Now I got Hakuna Matata stuck in my head. Not a bad thing to have stuck in your head. Shave and a haircut, 2 bits, no worries, Hakuna Matata. It's just a thing. Shave and a haircut. Why don't I remember that? Oh, how was everybody's Monday? Mine was a very serious, mine was a jerk. Work is stupid right now. It's so busy. I know it pays the bills, okay? I know it pays for my hobby, and I know I need to do it. And I like my coworkers, and overall, it's not a bad job. But man, does your job ever go in like phases of just extra suckage? Mine's in an extra suckage phase. Who Frames Roger Rabbit? Oh my God, I love that one. Man, I don't know if I remember that, but I remember I watched it and I remember I liked it. I'm like starting to make a list of movies I want to rewatch with my kids. Did anyone ever watch the movie Three Ninjas when you were a kid? or when your kids were kids. I love that movie, and I think my son's ready. Extra suckage, Linda says. I feel like my whole career was extra suckage. Mine comes and goes, but man, this extra suckage phase is, it's staying around quite a while. I guess the good thing, I've been in my job a long time, 14 years. Dang, I'm just a kid. How could I be at my job for 14 years? Is it really 2011? Is that 14 years? Ew. So I'm like, I don't really get too riled anymore because I've kind of lived through a lot. But this week as if it's been a whole week. It feels like it's been a whole week. It's only been a day. But last week and then today were just tough. And I'm trying not to, I'm getting pretty good as I'm aging, I feel like, of not letting it get to me too much, but whew. It can be tough. The weather being nice helps, because I went for a walk on my lunch break, because I'm still trying to get 5,000 steps a day. I did get 5,000 steps today. Brenda said we started Oh, does your fiscal year end? Your fiscal year ends in a couple days. Oof. We started counted inventory today. Tomorrow's going to suck because we have to, oof. Yeah, oof. My company is relatively big. It's, I mean, there's like 1,300 employees, like a few offices throughout the country. So a decently sized, I wouldn't say huge though. Why? I think I need to change this blade. There's always one little thread that doesn't give up. Oh, I'm going to probably make a short about this, but I just also wanted, I know some of you were here when I showed it off last time. So here, actually, here's a little sneak peek. Hopefully Sean doesn't mind. He sneak peeked it on his live, so he doesn't, I don't think he minds. But Sean, from the guy who sews, and look at it, I figured out how to flip the camera, so you're like right with me. You're like right over my shoulder. Is doing this pattern soon, so keep an eye out on his channel. But I saw this TikTok where you can use your sewing machine and sew 1/4 of an inch down your booklets, and then you make a booklet. This is a booklet now. It's sewed together. I took my other pattern. I sewed it together. What? This whole time? This whole time I could have been sewing patterns together so all the pages stay together? This whole time? Do you guys know that? Do you guys know that? It works. I did it. What the hell? Do it. It is genius. Like, seriously genius. Like, how are people so smart? And how am I not so smart that something so obvious like sewing that together never dawned on me? Literally the first thing I'm going to do from now on is I'm going to print something and I'm going to sew it together. What are we doing? So, yeah, I'm going to tell everyone about that. That and picking your foundation paper piecing in between the fabric. Those are my 2 fun facts for the day. Why do I feel like I screwed up again? No, I didn't. Okay. Whew. Still get a little confused. Doesn't take much, though. You guys know that. We get confused around here. That's how I know how to fix things. So I'm always screwing them up. Yeah, Laura, mind blown. What I love too is like you can kind of see the shape, and then when you go to trim it, it's so satisfying. I really love trimming it. Where's my little, I have a little piece of plastic. Oh yeah, there we go. that I use. Just a little remnant. Yeah, it's definitely FPP practice. Sorry, I keep sniffling. Ugh. I've been sick for, it feels like my whole life at this point. And now I think it's allergies because I took a Claritin this morning and it definitely helped for a little while. I've had a headache for like a week and it's gone, but oh man, I'm getting aggravated tonight over the dumbest stuff. Like rotary cutter, you have one job to cut. You don't pay rent, you don't do anything. The only thing that rotary cutter is supposed to do here is cut. And it can't do that. Reminds me of some of my coworkers. Just kidding. Oh, where is it? Hi, Tasha and everyone. I'm late. I may or may not have fallen asleep on the magic chair. I'm proud of you for not just like getting up and going to bed because that's what I would have done. I will postcards that come in the mail for advertisement. Oh, she uses postcards. Yeah, that would be great too. It's just my husband throws it away so fast. 8, 9, 10. Okay, we're doing okay. Man, we're getting there. This is a serious achievement for me because when I first started foundation paper piecing, I couldn't even do it in complete silence alone, let alone doing it while talking to someone, let alone on a live trying to read. Hey, there we go. I gave it a little extra oomph. Oh, you've been sitting for 45 minutes. Give a good stretch. That's a good idea. Maybe I should incorporate stretch breaks into my day. It's coming together. I'm going to finish this before we're done. I'm finishing this in the next 12 minutes. It's happening. I don't really like to, well, all I want to say is you guys are the best because I'm so close to my watch hours for like the first tier of YouTube stuff. And like this live might really push me over the edge. So thanks, guys. You're the best. Thanks for hanging out with me each week. I'm pretty excited. I can't wait to be earning 17 cents a month for my YouTube videos. It's going to be great. Getting there. Yeah, we have to wait till Friday, though. Have to wait till Friday to find. I think YouTube's like 4 or 5 days behind. So this live could do it. I have a video that's still going somewhere that could do it for me. A video that I almost didn't post. Shout out to the algorithm. Woo! We're getting there. Oh my God, Dawn. Man, you're good. Thank you for holding me accountable. So, I am still a little stuffy, but man, on Friday when it was my appointment, I was like, you know that gross sick? So I ended up rescheduling it because the idea of going to an eye doctor that disgusting, like sick, I could, like, that's rude. It's rude. Couldn't do it. It's so rude. So I think I had to wait like a month. So TBD on the glasses. Good memory. Sean goes, I told you that earlier today. Yep, we were talking about that. He goes, it's a huge achievement, and it's more than 17 cents a month. It may even be in the dollars. Woohoo! Party! Yeah. So, Melinda, you see ad, you have to get 4,000 watch hours. I'm close to 3,000 to start getting ad revenue. When you get to 3,000, there's like a couple other things you can do. But yeah, no, YouTube's keeping all of that money right now. So skip those ads. Yes, old ones count, old lives count. Whatever, yeah, it all counts except for the shorts, but the long any of the long videos, any of the old lives, any of the videos I've made, they all count. Thank you for watching them. Yeah, screw them, Melinda, until I'm monetized, and then they're not so bad. Melinda, I would not ask anyone to suffer through ads on my behalf. I actually pay because I use YouTube Premium, so I don't even watch ads. No, Dawn, right now it's just you sitting in this live hanging out with me is helping me. That you're doing it. So, you're doing it. I just need people watching the videos, and you guys do that naturally as it is, so I appreciate you guys very much. Give me something to look forward to. Joy says, I'm back. I finally got my dog in. I don't blame that dog. Oh, hi, Zaza. I know, I switched the night, and then I switched to earlier. You'll get used to it eventually, maybe. I did a foundation paper piece on live. So now this looks like nothing, but we're going to trim it, and it's going to look good. I'm excited. My favorite part. My favorite part. Aw, Andrea, thank you. She said she's going to put you on queue and let it play, and I love your newsletter. Thank you. I send one newsletter a month. Actually, I hope I sent April's. Yes, I did. And thank you for saying that, because I'm like, I don't know if anybody, it's nice. I can see that people open it, but you never really hear much back, So thank you. You guys know how to make a girl feel special. Ooh, one crisp edge. It's coming. So satisfying. This reminds me of, when you get a new appliance and you get to peel the plastic off. Oh, I love it. I love this just as much. And obviously, when you're foundation paper piecing, you wouldn't use your fabric-only scissors. I have a pair of fabric-only scissors, but then I got to be real honest with you guys. I use basically whatever scissors. Oh my God, I was just panicking because I thought I cut through the part I sewed. I don't know what just happened there. Real-time panic. But I just use one kind of scissor for everything now. On occasion, I'll use my fabric cutting scissors, but I usually use a rotary cutter for most of my cutting. Ooh, she's pretty. How nice is that? Yes. These are my seam allowances. Oh, I got a little seam peeking through. Joy says, I wouldn't mind him staying outside, but we have a couple of possums that come out and they drive him crazy. They would drive me crazy too. Yes, dark lines are seam allowances. The great thing about when you do a foundation paper piecing pattern is like making it is you only have to put a seam allowance around the outside. You don't have to worry about seam allowances in between because you do that through the piecing. So it actually makes, like, as a pattern writer, templates a smidgy better, but you have to mirror it. I don't know. If you ever make a foundation paper piecing pattern, we'll talk. Joyce, I think there's a huge difference between the American possum and the Australian. I think the Aussie, I'm going to have to give that a Google. Oh, Sean's working on Eeyore. It is black magic, isn't it? Isn't that so fun? I don't know. It reminds me of peeling that plastic off. And then I do, like, when I made this one, you can see it actually. I did leave, if you don't look too close though, I did leave this in here to try to use it as a guide for my 1/4 inch seam allowance, but this didn't go that well. I don't know. I think I might need to come in here with my scissors and snip. I just can never remember which one you're snipping. I think it would be the one on the outside. So I think maybe with this FPP, I think I might need to go through and snip here so that it's easier to fold back when I'm putting it onto the yeah, peeling plastic from kitchen units or I don't know, anything. I just love that. I wish I could buy that plastic to put it on things to peel it off. Dawn, she's saying there's absolutely nothing cute about these possums. They really are not cute. Oh, that's a great idea. Pinking shears. That's a good idea, Andrea. I'm going to have to think about that. I am going to have to think about that. Hey, Donna, how's it going? Just finished foundation paper piecing this little guy, and we were talking about how satisfying it is to do that final trim. Super satisfying. But aren't possums, like, good for, like, eating bugs and stuff? Yeah, Brenda just had one in her yard. How you doing today, Donna? You were sick as well? Are you feeling better? You would swear that all these YouTubers are giving each other sick even though they're all staying in their own rooms. Mona was just in here and she's still feeling under the weather. So, yeah, so now I just gotta, that goes together in probably, I mean, it doesn't take a full hour when I'm doing it solo, but probably half an hour. So I got 2 more of those to go. And then I think my block is just about done. Yeah, that's what I thought, that possums eat ticks. Ticks are nasty here in New York. I don't understand. We never had ticks when I was growing up, but we have so many ticks now. And so, yeah, I'm all about anything. We got chickens that are hopefully gonna help. So yeah, this is what this thing's starting to look like. I believe I'm obviously gonna research it a little bit more before. Oh, what did I do? Technical difficulties. No, I forgot what I was saying. I was going to research something. Oh, but I think this quilt block was also from the 1800s. When I make my video, I'll research it more, but yeah, it's this new software I have. It's good, but there's a learning curve. This is like, so I make these random quilt block videos, and this is another random quilt block from the Encyclopedia of Piece Quilt Blocks. I will put the templates, I mean, I won't make like a full pattern, but I'll put these templates that I made for myself out on my blog once I'm happy with it. when I release the video. So if it's something you're interested in, it'll be 2 curved pieces. You have to sew these, you know, like traditionally curved. And then these are foundation paper pieced. And then this is a template, and then this is just a square. But I'll put it all out on my blog and link that in the next video I make. It should be up this week is my goal. But yeah, and I'll put all the templates up there for free. Yes, introverts unite separately from our own homes. Yes, and procrastinators unite tomorrow. I had a t-shirt that said that when I was in high school. Pamela here. I'm trying not to be a lurker. I just wanted to say I really enjoy your channel. Hopefully I'm adding to your watch hours. You are, and thank you. Thank you. I'm a lurker for many people, so I appreciate the lurkers, but I love that when you're not lurking too. I can't remember the name of the block either, Andrea, to be honest with you, but once I promise I will have all that information. For sure. Andrea, this is a 12-inch block, but if you really want this block in a different size, let me know and I'll make the templates for you specifically. You can email me. I don't know how to put that crap up on my screen anymore, but it's just Tasha at Tasha Quilts. Or on Instagram is a good way to get to me. But yeah, I'm gonna 12-inch size block of this. I'll put the templates up for free. I don't know if I would go that much smaller, to be honest with you, personally. That would get a little dicey. Oh, hi, Day. Sorry, I saw you, and then I don't think I said hello. Hi. We did have one possum in our backyard, but yeah, like I said, was super, super happy it was there. Eat all those ticks. Yeah, so I'm hoping to have this finished up maybe tomorrow, and then I'm going to film the video on Wednesday, I hope, as now, you know, as everything goes to plan and life. And then, because I want to try to get into the habit of releasing a video a week, but. Oh, cool. Andrea, 12 inches will work for what I want to do for my SW Southwest themed quilt for my son, and that will work perfect. It's actually not terrible. Like, if you can do a little crazier, but I didn't. This is, I guess it's technically a modified drunkard's path. It's orange peel blocks, and then technically this is a quarter circle block. Can you see my hand? Yes. But it's just some of the drunkard paths have like thicker lines, and mine just kind of comes to an end. I think it's technically called a quarter circle, but people could also call it a drunkard's path. This one's called Pinnacle Pop. That and Dawn, did I see that you bought that from me? I meant to send you an email because thank you. Hi, Nanita. How's it going? Yes, I like the quarter circle block and the orange peel block. That's basically the backbone to all my quilt patterns now. I'm obsessed with it. I'm sure I'll move on at some point, but I could see me doing a quarter circle and an orange peel with maybe some foundation paper piecing, because this was a pretty fun, a fun block to do. So this kind of triggered some new thoughts in my head about how I can use the same sheets. But oh, thank you. Aaron bought it too. You guys are the best. I wasn't going to brag. I was going to try to cheat with a template I had, but I'll make a new one. It might work depending on the template. But if you print it out on paper and cut it out, you should be able to hold it up to your template and see if they match. So I have a set of Drunkard's Paths templates I bought, and mine do match, I think. Wait, maybe not. I might be lying. I might be a liar. Honestly, I always use ones on this plastic template. I bought some really fancy templates because I'm taking a course from Jenny Haynes in Paper Saxton. She's got incredible patterns, and they're crazy cut and stuff, so I did splurge on those. But for everything else I've ever made, I just made them on plastic. And then I bought her templates, and I have yet to use them, and I've had them for 6 months. So there you go. Joy says, I will be lurking. I can't cut and watch at the same time. I mean, really, you could make this with any size. Just make them the same size, right? So if you want to switch to the orange peel and then the quarter circle and you have 8 inches, you know, your quilt would just be 8 by whatever. You know, you do the math, it'd be a little bit of a different size, but it should work. It should be the same idea, but you know, whatever floats your boat, got to make it your own, you know? Well, I want to thank you all for hanging out with me again. I'll be back next Monday. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think there's really anything exciting going on in my life this week, but hopefully I'll have a video out for this with the templates. So keep an eye out for that if that interests you. And yeah. Oh wait, Laura says she wants to share exciting news, so we need to see that. My husband bought a long arm for me without my knowledge. What? He said it was a good deal. I went to my first class on Sunday. I was so, Laura, girl, what kind of long arm? And can we get your husband to train all the other husbands out there to magically come home with long arms? Is that a trick he can train other husbands on? Or parents, or siblings, or friends? That is really awesome, Laura. Dawn says she's adoptable. So Dawn's in. Is he looking for sister wives? I think for a long arm, my husband might be okay with that. Well, I shouldn't say he would be okay with it. I might be okay with it. Oh, Lisa got, yeah, so Lisa, the Awkward Quilter GA, she got one of the handy quilter sit down ones. They're so nice. It is an Innova. I would lend him out, but I love him too much. Yeah, you better keep him. You better keep him. See, I got the notebook back out, Laura. I'm writing it down so I can Google that one. Innova long arm. That's amazing. Congratulations. Oh, Day says that's a very nice machine. Now, Laura, will yours be on a frame? Or is it a set? Yeah, it would be on a frame, right? Zaza says, your husband thinks you should have an OnlyFans, so I'm sure you'd be fine. That is true. That is factual. Oh my God, that's so cute. He said, honestly, he told me we were on an afternoon date and we went to the quilt shop. Oh yeah, and Brenda has a Lenny, which I'm torn between the handy quilters and the APQS that Brenda has. Those are both really good machines. And he ordered a 12-foot frame. That's it. That's it. Goodbye, Jean. Thanks for being here. Yes, and I'm gonna wait, guys. Look, let's see. I'm gonna switch to this like fancy, and I hope you have a good week, and I will see you in the chats. Have a great week, everybody. Thanks for hanging. All right, let's see if the ending screen works. Here we go. Can you still hear me? Oh, look, I think you can still hear me while the ending screen's there. How funny. The stream is ending. Goodbye, everybody. Dawn, bunk beds sound fine to me. Good night, everyone. Bye.